Welcome to Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 4. We have brand new location, brand new bosses, and brand new weapons. As you can see in the trailer, this is going to be our main location, replacing Citadel. It is going to be called Eclipse Estates. This season's main villain is going to be this guy right here, Kado Thorne. He owns a time machine and also he's a collector. So he uses the time machine, travels to different realities and different timelines, either displays them or uses them. You can see him collecting this Aurelia's head. And the date you see in the time machine is the release date of that skin. Kado Thorne is a bad guy. He's been draining the island's wealth and treasures, and we need to stop him. Other than the Eclipsed Estates, we are going to get two other locations, going to be Sanguine Suites and Relentless Retreat. Here are all three locations. Kado Thorne is actually a vampire, and he's a boss that you can find at Eclipsed Estate. This is the location where you can find the best loot, but to get them you have to eliminate a bunch of henchmen and the boss Kado Thorne himself. And here's a look at the rest of the Battle Pass skins. We've got this fish skin called Fish Thick, Nolan Chance, Piper Pace, Antonia, the TikToker Kabi Lame, and this Star Wars skin. This is Kado Thorne's vampire style. Here are all the weapons that we've got. This grenade right here that will zap your enemies. It will deal damage if you're in a certain radius. This one right here is called Business Turret. Throw them on the ground and it literally shoots your enemies nearby. We've got this rocket ram, which is going to be our mobility. Pretty much rocket riding yourself, and you can smash into builds and your enemies as well. But mostly you're going to use this as a mobility. As you can see right over here, Midas's drum gun is back. Now we all thought Midas was going to return, but it looks like Kado Thorne stole Midas's drum gun. And it looks like that is not the only thing. The Foundation MK7 AR is going to be in the game. Does this mean the Foundation is going to return, or Kado Thorne stole a gun from Chapter 3? Twin Mag Assault Rifle is in the game. Scoped Burst SMG, Zig and Choppy's ray gun. Also, it looks like we are finally going to get the weapon Return to Fortnite after being removed almost 5 years ago. In fact, this weapon was only in the game for like an hour. We are talking about the zapatron. Now the zapatron is in the file. There's a possibility this might just be like a prop, maybe just a display at Kado Thorne's estate, but you never know. Fortnite might have made changes to this gun, so we might see the most OP weapon ever in the history of Fortnite return. All of these mythic weapons that I'm going to mention are going to be in the game at some point during the season. We are going to see the return of Chapter 2 Season 2 mythic weapons. Obviously, we've seen Midas's drum gun, which is in the vault at Kado Thorne's estate. We are going to see fans' favorite Kid's charge shotgun and shockwave launcher. We are definitely going to see the clips of people using the shockwave launcher, charging the shotgun, and one pumping the enemies. Tina's bow is going to be back, but this time it's going to be slightly different. Ocean's mythic Chug Jug is going to be back, which used to be the most powerful healing item. Gunner's Stinger SMG is going to be back. That's the weapon we saw in Chapter 3 of Season 2. And the mythic Havoc Pump is going to make a return as well. We are getting this brand new car in Fortnite. Soon we will have an armored car with a turret. 2 NPCs is going to drive this and they will shoot you on sight. Also going to see the chopper return to Fortnite, but this time around this chopper is going to be slightly different. It is going to have a rocket launcher, which does a lot of damage to builds, only 30 damage to your opponents if you hit them. We know there's going to be a live event at the end of the season. Now we have an idea what is going to be. Kado's time machine is going to play a huge part in the live event of Season 4. We all know that this island is a temporary island. It is not well protected like the old Fortnite island, making it vulnerable to enemies like the Lost Reality. Dr. Sloan might try to use that time machine to help us all escape this island. Also, Kado Thorne is going to play a huge part during the live event because he's a very evil man. We all know he's a vampire, meaning he's immortal. Even those art on the wall at Rumble Ruins was telling us to be careful of this evil vampire. fire that appears every time there is an eclipse. For the eclipse to happen, you need to have the moon covering the sun. Dr. Sloan says this isn't the right time to have the eclipse, so maybe that thing covering the sun is not the moon, maybe the cube cradle, meaning this eclipse can last for weeks and months as long as they want. Maybe that was the circular object that we saw in the apparatus. Now, if this is true, that means Kado Thorne is actually working for the Lost Reality. This means we have another Lost Reality warriors on the map, because in chapter 4 season 2, Peace Syndicate warned us that the Lost Reality warrior has hacked into the system and deleted everything that they had on the Lost Reality. Now, we all suspect that person is Triarch Nox. And also, we still have Herald on this map. We saw Heraldry when chapter 4 started and she escaped, and we do not know her whereabouts. Also, ever since chapter 4 started, we saw these monoliths on the map, and they kept adding them in season 2. Even added a person, the Serenade, who was covered in chrome, by the way. And suddenly the 2 monoliths that they added was destroyed by the earthquake. Now we still have the 1 left. You haven't seen these monoliths do anything yet. Maybe in this live event these monoliths will be used. Last season, in season 3, Optimus Prime said the key to your future lies in the past. He also says you need to trust Dr. Sloan. Maybe Dr. Sloan in this live event is going to use that time machine, or maybe leading up to the live event she's going to back at a specific time to change the course of events. Maybe the collision event, because that was the time when the Imagine Order were defeated by the 7. Now after that, the 7 couldn't handle problems that showed up on the map, like Herald, for example. If the Imagine Order was in control, we would not see Herald destroy the map, because we have seen the Imagine Order fight against evil creatures season after season. So Dr. Sloan just going at that time period and maybe making sure the Imagine Order wins that battle would change everything. And maybe once everything has been fixed, we will use the same time travel to Rift at a different location, maybe go to chapter 1. That probably wouldn't happen, but still that would be very cool. Also, we don't know the whereabouts of the 7 still. We thought in this season we're going to see something in the trailer about the 7. Now we have MK7 that belonged to the Foundation this season. Does this mean the Foundation is going to return? We know that in season 1 of chapter 4, Amy used the Rift Gate to travel back in time where the 7 are held hostage. She did say that they're going through darkest fate imaginable and they're completely different now. Now this season is a Halloween season. Maybe we are going to get like an evil version of the 7. As for Agent Jones, we do not know his whereabouts, but in the trailer we see Bunker Jones held prison by Kado Thorne.